a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in long conversations, cause I've always been told that things will unfold if you keep on waiting. But then you came along and proved me all wrong. I was so mistaken, cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. I was never the one to give up the ghost. No, I was so stuck.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and to another video. Today I've got quite a nice day planned, so I thought I would film bits of it for you, and I think I'm going to call this video a bit of a wellness routine. So I'm going to share with you what I eat in a day, a few recent findings that I've made on my health, and just a few little changes that I have been making. There is definitely something about getting older to make you think about your health a bit more, and I think the fact that my children are now getting older and they're all at school, I can actually spend some time looking after myself. So I've actually just had a workout this morning. I've just returned home. I actually really need to have a shower. Basically once a week I go to my friend Zoe's house. She's a PT and we do like a leg day together. I did go to her 3 times a week before, but I've been doing that for quite a while now, and I feel like I've actually graduated now. So I'm doing a couple of workouts at home with Matt, which is really nice. So maybe I'll show you my setup for that. But then on a Friday, I go to her and we do like quite an intense leg day, and I really feel it. I find it difficult to train my legs at home as well as she can in her gym. So I do that once a week. So I've just done that, but I've got home, I'm gonna have a shower, and then yeah, I'm just gonna share with you what I eat, a few recent tests I've had, and a few things that I'm changing. So I hope you really enjoy this video. Let's go inside.
Kept on playing my part, wanted to give up cause nothing was changing. But with you it's so clear, and now that you're here I see colors in every spectrum.
Okay, so I'm now ready for the day. I just had a really quick shower and put a bit of makeup on and curled my hair. I feel so much more productive when I actually get ready for the day. I've always been like that, even when the kids were little. If we had a terrible night, but I got up, had a shower, put a bit of makeup on, I just felt like I could take on the day. I don't know if that's just me. But anyway, while I was getting ready, I thought I would show you something that's in my routine that is new. I've basically gone from using an antiperspirant to using a natural deodorant, and I use a brand called Fussy, which I absolutely love. So I wanted to show you guys, and I'm super excited that they actually are working with me. I've used them for a while, but they're working with me, and I have a discount code for you guys. So if you want to test it out, you can get a 15% off discount code. I'll put the link in my description and the code on screen, but it's going to be Emily N15. I went looking for a natural deodorant because as my boys are getting older, I'm always making sure that they're using like natural products in terms of like bath products, deodorant, things like that. But then I thought, why am I not doing this for myself? And I've been listening to a lot of health podcasts, and on one of them, one recommended an app that you can use on your phone to actually scan the products that you currently have. So if you guys want to know about it, just comment and I will let you know, because there's different apps if you're in America or if you're in the UK. But anyway, I downloaded an app, started scanning some of my products, and I scanned the deodorant, which I used to use. I won't name the brand, but it was very poor in terms of the score. You basically get a score out of 100, and it was poor. And then when I clicked on it, it showed me the ingredients that were really not good for me, the main one being aluminium, and there was a few others as well. So it really sort of alerted me to like, oh my gosh, I've been using this for however long and I'm putting it there. and it's literally going into your bloodstream as soon as you're using it. Anyway, from then I just knew that I needed to make a change. So I looked for a natural deodorant and I have found Fussy. They're called Fussy because they are super fussy about everything to do with their mission to banish single-use plastic. So you get a container like this, but then it is refillable, and even the refills that come are plastic free. They're in like a paper casing and they're super easy to just put a new refill in. There are also so many different scents. I have a scent at the moment called Cloud 9, which is like really fresh, but they have so many different ones. They have tropical ones, they have citrus ones, or if you don't want any scents at all, you can also have that. And I also love the design. It looks really cool and sleek, and they come in so many different colors, so you can kind of choose your favorite one. I went for a nice like pink, but they have like a lovely design, and the design is actually ergonomic as well, and Fussy is certified carbon neutral. So obviously it looks really cute and it's good for the environment, but more importantly than that, it actually works. The formula is amazing. I think the biggest worry when you switch to a natural deodorant is that it's even going to work. You obviously don't want to switch and then be smelling of odor, but this is a science-backed formula that uses a probiotic to neutralize odors over a 24-hour period. So it literally eats sweat up. I'm not the most scientific person, but the bad odor-causing bugs in your armpit is combated by putting good bugs on it, if that makes sense. So the probiotic actually treats armpit malodor and halitosis. So compared to some other natural deodorants, it works really well. And the ingredients in Fussy are all natural, they're vegan, cruelty-free, there is no aluminium in this formula, there's also no parabens, it's full of good stuff and basically none of the bad stuff, and it actually works, which is what I need from a deodorant, especially when I'm running around after 3 kids and I'm working out. I really just need my deodorant to work. It's just an all-round lovely brand. Like the refills that you get for this are even compostable. So if you guys do want to test it out, I'll put the link in the description down below, and you can use my code EmilyN15 to get 15% off. If you do try it, let me know how you get on with it, and yeah, I can't wait to try like other scents as well in the coming months. But anyway, now I'm gonna go downstairs. I've got a few groceries to unpack, and then I'm gonna make something to eat. So I thought I'd show you what I'm eating today. Obviously it's gonna be really good because I'm filming. Sometimes I would add a bagel to this, but I have been fasting quite a bit. Basically all of the health information I've been taking in and just learning more about women, particularly of my age, which is 40, how they're eating, etc. So many of them talk about the benefits of fasting. I think there are benefits of fasting for everyone, but particularly for my age. So I have been fasting. I normally make it to like 11 a.m., 12, like noon, and then I'm starving. So obviously I did my workout, fasted, I had a black coffee before that, and I brought water. But now I'm gonna have my first meal of the day. So it's about 12 now. I've got some smoked salmon, I've got 2 scrambled eggs, I've got half an avocado, and I've got cottage cheese as well. I just love cottage cheese. But as I said, sometimes I would add like toast to this or a bagel to this, but I feel like, come on, I'm gonna be super good today. Then I've also got my second coffee of the day. I only ever have 2 because I find if I have any more caffeine than that, I actually can get really anxious, and then I'm trying to drink water. So far today, this was full. I've only had that much, so I probably need to drink a bit more. I've also been following loosely this, I've been reading this book, it's called The Galveston Diet. It's not really a diet, it's basically from a doctor who is Dr. Mary Claire Haver. I don't know if you guys have heard of her, but she talks a lot on Instagram and other places about perimenopausal women, menopausal women, and just how we change as we get older. Because when you get to like my age, it is actually really hard to lose a bit of weight. Like all the things that you used to do that would work suddenly don't really work. So she has a lot of recipes in here that are like anti-inflammatory foods and recipes. So I've been trying some of these. Like the other night we had a meatloaf with cauliflower mash, and like she gives ideas for snacks as well, like celery and almond butter, and there's like parfaits and so many cool recipes in here. So I've actually been enjoying this as a bit of inspiration. I'm definitely trying to up my protein intake. I apparently should be eating like 100 to 130 grams of protein a day, which I definitely wasn't before. And I also really need to up my fiber intake. So I'm gonna eat this, and normally when I eat it, you can then log it in my Fitness Pal, and then at the end of the day you can see, you know, how many nutrients, like how much fiber you've had, you know, how many carbohydrates you've had, how much protein you've had, and it really kind of lays it out in an easy way. So I'm gonna eat this and I'll log that as well. So I'm all done lunch now, and I have inputted what I ate into my Fitness Pal. I'm not really tracking calories at all at the moment. It is more the nutrient side of things, and on there they have a really handy place where you can see exactly what nutrients were in the meal that you ate. So the one that I just ate was quite a protein heavy meal. There was 40 grams of protein in that, so that was good, but it was quite low in things like fiber. It was high in fat, which isn't a bad thing. It's just good to kind of know. So, you know, in the next meal I might want to up the veg that was in it. Might want to up the fiber as well, because we're all supposed to get around 25 grams of fiber a day, but most of the population is getting about half of that. So fiber is something that kind of everyone needs to have a bit more of. Just interesting. And then also in this video today, I wanted to update you guys on a couple of health tests. There is something about turning 40 that makes you kind of think about your health more. Not that I'm having a midlife crisis. I'm just super interested in it, and I've done a few different tests over the past year. I've been meaning to share a full review of some of them. Some of you guys have asked me for full reviews on things like the Zoe test, but I just wanted to like briefly touch upon them now, and then how I've made changes based on some of the findings. So the Zoe test is a test where you send off a stool sample, and it checks kind of like your microbiome and your gut. So you send that off, and then you wear a blood glucose monitor for 2 whole weeks, which was really interesting. I had one on, it linked up to an app on my phone, and then every time I ate, you could kind of see exactly what the food would do to your blood sugar. So the meal that I just ate would be really good for my blood sugar. You'd see like a nice smooth sort of lift in glucose. But then some things that I ate, I was shocked. One of the worst things that would really spike my blood sugar was things like Prosecco that would just go poof and stay up there for a long time, which would make sense as to why if I have Prosecco, I find it difficult to sleep that night. And things like bacon would make my blood sugar go way up, but everyone's very different. But anyway, I did the whole test. I got the results back. I had good blood sugar levels in general. I was thinking, oh, this is brilliant, I'm so good. But then I scrolled down and it had my gut test results, and my gut was bad. Like, it wasn't even poor. I think it was like good, medium, poor, and then bad. Mine was like really, really bad. So that gut health has definitely been on my mind. I've made a few different changes. I've started taking this every morning. It's called Simprov. It's active bacteria. So you take it first thing in the morning, and you wait 10 minutes, and then you can eat something or have coffee. Kind of like feeds your gut. And I've also been doing things like having kefir now, seeds, nuts, different things to kind of feed my microbiome. So that is definitely on my mind. I had no idea that it was actually really, really bad. I've stopped drinking any fizzy drinks or anything that can like upset that. And another test that I've done is a methylation test, which I don't think is a widely known test. A guy called Gary Brecker has made it a bit famous. So he is like a health expert. He talks a lot on different podcasts and things, and he has a business that does methylation tests. You can't do them in the UK, so I had to find a UK based place to do the methylation test, but I was really interested because it basically looks at your DNA. Again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, but it basically looks at your DNA, the DNA that your mom and that your dad gave you, and then it looks at like any nutrients that you might need or that might be more difficult for you to absorb based on your DNA. And for me, it was well worth doing because it flagged up that on both sides of my family, I could potentially have a vitamin D deficiency. So vitamin D is something for me to look out for, and also B vitamins like B6, B12. It was super interesting. If you want a whole video on that, let me know. But I got some interesting findings from that. And then after finding out that vitamin D might be an issue for me, I then went and had bloods done to see like how I was doing. And actually my vitamin D was in the safe range, but it was on the lower end of things. So I've started taking a few supplements based on all of that. Some of it, I know it's like a lot of information. I just thought I want to look into this, and I don't want to take supplements just for the sake of taking supplements. I want to take supplements because I'm actually lacking in them or I actually need them. So these are the ones that I've been taking. So I've been taking these supplements here from everything that I'm reading and learning about women's health and hormonal health. It says that magnesium is really important to help with all of that. So I've been taking magnesium, vitamin C, multivitamin for women, B12, vitamin D, that's another B12 liquid, and then omega-3. And then I've been taking this to promote like good mood. So if I'm feeling a little bit moody, this has actually been helping quite well. It's called SAME 200. I would absolutely love to know in the comments below, what supplements do you take? Do you have any suggestions? You guys are always so knowledgeable about stuff like this. You guys have given me so much advice over the years, and yeah, I'd be interested to hear that. And something else that I've been trying to do, but actually really struggling with, is cutting out sugar. Like refined sugars, and especially with the kids' snacks and things like that. Just there's so much sugar in everything. So it's really been on my mind since I've been listening to all these health podcasts. I'm just like, we need to get rid of the sugar. So I'm gonna make something now which really helps. And if I'm ever craving sugar, I can have one of these and it kind of like helps. And it is a cacao and almond protein bowl. They're the Deliciously Ella recipe. I'll link them down below. She actually sells them, so you can just buy them in store, but she has the recipe online as well, and you can make a ton of them. So I picked up the ingredients for that. It's pretty much medjool dates, almonds, coconut oil, some almond butter as well. Like you mix it all up, and it is like really, really sweet from the medjool dates. So I'm gonna make that now.
Everybody has their job, 9 to 5, and getting drained. They settle for second best, scared to risk what the future might bring. What the future might bring. I hold my breath, waiting for someone to knock at my door, telling me there is more waiting for me. Whoa. If I love you harder than I've ever done before, oh, maybe I belong somewhere above the water. My lungs are tired from running for a long time. My feet got blisters, but maybe I belong if I love a little harder. If I love all the ways the world puts me to the test.
It's a bit later on now, and now all of the boys are back home from school. Well, I say all of them. Caleb's actually at his street dance class. The other two are home. Fraser's watching football. Jackson's playing, and I'm now going to make dinner. And I thought I would show you what I'm making tonight because it is such a simple dinner, but all of us eat it and really like it. It would be a great one to meal prep as lunches as well. It's just really tasty. It's like a teriyaki chicken tray bake. So you basically put chicken on a tray, cover it with teriyaki sauce. You can make this yourself, but I just cheat and buy it for ease. So then you cover it in teriyaki sauce, put that in the oven for 10 minutes, then take it out, add veg like broccoli, carrots, edamame beans, and then we end up putting pineapple in it as well. And then you put that back in the oven for another 10 minutes, and that is literally it. You can serve it with rice or noodles, whatever you want. So I'm gonna make that tonight because then a bit later on we are going over to the boys' cricket. So they have it on a Friday night, so we're gonna go to that. And I also wanted to mention my watch. So I love this wearable so much. I think any wearable is great as a way to track like your steps, like how many calories you're burning, things like that. But I am obsessed with my Apple Watch, and whenever I go on a dog walk, I just turn on that I am out for a walk. Whenever I do a workout, I also say I'm doing strength training, and it will track everything. And I love to check if I've done 10,000 steps each day. If I get to around this time and I haven't, especially when it's nice out, I will take the dog for a quick walk around the field. Or what I often do, because I normally get to like 9,000 steps by the end of the day, but then I'll just go on the trampoline with the kids, and that really gets me up to 10,000 steps quite quickly. So yeah, that is another thing I would totally recommend if you're trying to like, you know, watch how active you are. It helps me so much, and I'm actually thinking about getting a wearable, like maybe a ring that will also track my sleep. So let me know if any of you guys have that. But anyway, I'm gonna get on and make dinner.
I'm looking out from my window. Sun's coming up like the day before. You're like a stone on my pillow. I don't make a sound when I shut the door. You don't have to wake up yet. We can spend all day in bed.
For dessert tonight, I'm having some kefir with raspberries, strawberries, and some coconut on top. I'm just gonna have that now. Okay, right. Hi guys. So it's the next night now, but I wanted to include a little gym tour in this video, and we have just actually put up a mirror in here. We had a bit of a nightmare because we planned to put the mirror this way, and then we couldn't hang it that way because of the pipes and the cables behind the wall. So anyway, now Matt has hung it this way. A little bit of stress, but it's up now, so that's good because we really wanted to have a mirror in here for when we are working out. Anyway, let me give you a little bit of a tour. So first up, we have a TV in this room, which is great because you can follow along with workouts on YouTube, or you can just watch a series that you want to watch, or you can have music on as well. So that's really handy. Also got a bench over here and some weights. I've shared these in a previous video. I really like these weights and the rack that they came with. They're really soft. They're called neoprene. So I really like the feel of them on my hands rather than the metal ones. So yeah, love them. And now I've got weights from 1 kilogram all the way to 10 kilograms, so I can lift that little bit heavier as well. You can probably also see my deadlift bar behind me, and then some different weights that you can put on it. I can now deadlift 70 kilograms, which is crazy. Apparently you should be able to deadlift your own body weight. So yeah, that is above my body weight, so I'm quite pleased with that. So yeah, we've got those weights here. We've got a speaker for music. We've got something to roll on if your hamstrings and legs are hurting. Fraser uses that as well. And then we've got quite a few kettlebells. I got some heavier kettlebells now, so we've got a 10, an 8 and a 6. And the weights which I showed you, which Matt, Fraser and I all use. And then we have a bench over here. Also got a little step up just there and some bands as well. Now all the boys are in bed. Kiki is barking at a fox. We are going to watch a series on TV, but I also just wanted to mention something else I do sort of for my wellness, but also for the boys and our relationship. So I follow this guy on Instagram. I love following him. He's called Dr. Amen. You may have heard of him. But he said it's really important to spend 20 minutes with your kids a day just playing or doing something that they want to do. So, you know, sometimes like you help with homework, that doesn't count because it's not really something that they want to do. It's more like going on the trampoline. Well, that's what I'm saying that because that's what I do with my boys. So I can like spend time with all three of them on the trampoline for a bit in the evening and they love it. Or sometimes if they're playing a video game, if I sit down and I just watch what they're doing and I ask them questions, they get super excited to talk about the video game and like hang out with me. And we love to read books as well, especially Jackson. He's really into reading at the moment. So I try to do that as well because I just feel like so often we're just so busy and we're like, have you done your homework? Have you packed your bag? Have you done this? Blah, blah, blah. So it's really nice to actually spend some time with them doing something that they want to do. And there's like no pressure, like we're not telling them no or telling them off. We can just hang out with them and like be friends. That's another thing I just wanted to include. And then the last thing, I feel like there's so much I could put in this video to do with self-care or relationships with your partner. So if you like this kind of thing, let me know. But the last thing I wanted to show you was I got some blue light blocking glasses. I don't need glasses, but I got these because I am not the best sleeper, and apparently all the blue light from your phone, the laptop, the TV, it can all affect your sleep because naturally our melatonin goes up the darker it gets. So if you wear these, it helps to block out the blue light. So I wear these because I still feel like I want to watch TV, like Matt and I want to hang out, I want to look at my phone, and to be honest, I still work a lot at night. My whole YouTube channel, social media, all of it has really been grown from working at night when the kids are in bed. Now they're at school, obviously it's a bit easier, but I still tend to do stuff at night. So I've got those, and I've seen quite a few people now have these, but they're actually like red or orange. I don't really know what the difference is, but I just literally ordered these on Amazon. They're not like special ones or anything. But yeah, anyway, I think that's it for now. We are now going to go and watch a series. We've been watching the Wrexham Football Club series. Is that what it's called, Dal?
Welcome to Wrexham.
Oh, it's called Welcome to Wrexham. So it's the football club that Ryan Reynolds bought in England. And I'm really enjoying it. It's really interesting, and I'm actually learning so much about football, which is good because sometimes when Matt and Fraser talk about football, I'm like, whew. So anyway, we're going to go and watch that now. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget that discount code is in my description if you want to test out Fussy. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one.